Okay, so we're going to go over how to put on a prosthesis using a pin lock and a pin locking liner. So inside of the prosthesis, as you can see here, there's this little black puck, which is what we're going to use to suspend the prosthesis to Kevin's limb. So as you can see on this little pin here, it's got these little grooves. So as he goes in, these will lock on that puck inside of there and hold the prosthesis onto him. It takes a little bit for him to work down to. Eventually, he'll get to the bottom of the pin, and then his limb will be inside of the prosthesis. So it's real important, you'll hear this as we put this prosthesis on for Kevin, is he's going to work his way down. If you ever hear the prosthesis and hear the click just go, and you're all the way to the bottom, the prosthesis is too loose. And what I mean by that is when you go down inside of here, it's too loose like this and your residual limb hits the bottom. We don't want that. We want you to slowly, over time, work your leg down into the prosthesis so that you're putting weight against the sides here, not just the bottom, because that's really uncomfortable. You're going to develop bruising and just different problems inside of the socket. So again, we want to put weight up here, which we call your medial flare, your pre-tibs, underneath your patella tendon, a little bit back here in your gastroc and soleus area, different areas that us as the prosthetists make sure that we want to get the correct fit. So it's real important to make sure if it is going in too quick that we add socks to take up volume. But right now we're going to show you how it goes on. So first things first, we want to line up this pin here again with that little hole in the bottom of that lock. So when we line this up, again, we don't want this pin way off to the side. We want it to be directly on the bottom. So when Kevin lines up his prosthesis here, we go in. Go ahead, Kevin. You will slowly hear, as he gets it lined up, you'll hear a click. There's the first click. And as he keeps working into it, he'll get more and more clicks. And each of those pins are different lengths. So some patients will have longer pins, shorter pins. But Kevin has a pretty decently length pin, so it takes him a little bit longer to get into there. But this is how we want it to be, where you slowly work your way down into the prosthesis. Then once he's fully engaged, if you sit down, Kevin, and I pull his limb here, you can see he's locked in.
It's not going anywhere.
Not coming off. The only way to take this off is there's this little silver button here. You push this, and you have to hold this. If you just push it once and pull a little bit, the pin will re-engage and catch. So that's so if you ever accidentally bump this, your leg's not going to come off. So the only way to actually take off the prosthesis, you have to push, hold this, and then you slide this off, and it'll come off. And that's how you disengage it. So that's how you put on a prosthesis with a pin locking liner.